Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. We may have a good crowd. They may be a very fluid crowd.
That's okay.
We have people coming and going and all kinds of things. So, but that's all right. That's good.
Absolutely.
They have busy lives and busy children.
Hi, Freddie.
How are y'all?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, Freddie.
I'm early, just like usual.
That's good.
Everybody doing
You were
good?
having pad thai. Is that why you came early?
Actually, they closed our pad thai here, man.
Oh, I know. It's a
I
shame.
missed the one in Augusta. I miss it so much.
Yeah. Always
You guys
think
doing good?
when I pass by there.
You think about me?
Yeah, every time. Like it's Freddie's place.
Maybe they'll open it up one of these days.
Maybe so.
When I retire, I might open it up.
There you go.
It's a good thing to do.
Puerto Rican / Thai.
Everything's in Rome.
Oh, they're good. Everything is good. I can't complain. I miss Augusta though.
When are you coming to visit us in Augusta?
So
So you
we're
can
probably
have
gonna
pad
retire
thai.
there. So maybe another 10 years, hopefully. But I come to visit. I came this past weekend, but it was a short weekend to see her dad, Karen's dad.
Ah, yes. I
So
knew
it
you
was a
had
quick
eyes here.
Friday night, come back Sunday.
Ah. Well,
But
sometimes
Augusta is booming right now.
yes, I would agree.
Real estate, businesses, it's crazy. Traffic.
Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, which is good.
Yes, it is good. Now, if we can just get the Augusta Commission to operate. Hi, Dave. You did
Hey,
it. Yay. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
baby. He said,
Did that do anything?
you did it.
Yeah,
I'm good at this.
that's right. We'll be having you give lessons to everybody else.
Oh, my. Well, now we're here.
Good. Glad to have you. Thank you.
Well, I need to do it. What's this thing about desktop notifications?
I don't know.
Don't worry about any of that.
Just ignore it.
Probably some terrible virus on your computer now.
Hopefully not.
Oh, yeah, hopefully not. You'll never believe me again if you end up.
Hi, Michael.
Good evening. How are y'all?
We're great. How are you?
I'm surviving.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Where are you, Michael?
I'm in Greenville, South Carolina.
In Greenville, that's right. I forgot that's where you're
Yes,
going.
ma'am.
Nice place to be.
The weather's been great lately.
Yes, for us too. Tomorrow we're going to be in a windstorm, though, I hear. I'm not sure what's.
Happy wedding week, Michael.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Are you getting married at the end of this week?
Yeah, on Saturday evening.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. Are you excited?
I am. Everything's finally coming together. It's just been one little hiccup at a time. I went to pick up Alex's rehearsal dinner dress from the alteration place, and they had moved and forgot to call us to tell us. But luckily we had contact information and I was able to go find the place and pick it up. But I'm glad we did it today instead of Friday, right before the rehearsal dinner.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Those are the things that make great stories later, though, Michael.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's right. Absolutely.
Hey, Michael, we signed up for the Ironman again as a
Did
relay.
you?
Yep. So
Who's
Luke,
gonna do it?
one of our first year residents, Luke Robert, is going to do the bike, which is crazy of him, but he is. And then I'm going to do the swim again. And then Rebecca's dad is going to do the run.
Oh, cool.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's here.
We're all ready to go.
There you are.
Good evening, Dr. Hibb and Dr. Bates. How are you? You both look beautiful.
Good evening. We're good. We're getting ready for boards in 2 weeks. So we've been busy studying.
Well, that's good though, because there'll be lots of people on this call who can relate to that.
That's true.
Well, I'll give you encouragement. If we did it, you can too.
Absolutely. We'll be fine.
How are you, Dr. Haynes?
Good, good. Doing very well. Happy to be able to be this group. I've been excited about this all day.
Y'all all look much better than I do at the end of the day. Like, I feel like Dr. Milano's all dressed up. Dr. Hip, y'all are all fancy. Dr. Bates put some makeup on. I'm looking. Sorry.
No.
But
Sorry,
you
I just
look good
took my
naturally,
scrub-
which is, you're very lucky about in that way, I have to say.
Tara, I just took my scrub top off and put a different top on, so that's all there is here.
I just tried to find a quiet spot. I started outside and the dogs wouldn't be quiet, so I had to come into Anna's room, which is the only quiet spot in the house. So, okay. So yeah.
Well, because she's not there, right?
Right. Exactly right.
I played it safe and just stayed at school.
Also
It's the
smart.
easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Should have done that because I was worried about the connection, but we worked it out.
Good.
Philip. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Philip. And Shelley.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Can you see me?
Nope.
Not yet.
Now. Yay! Now, yeah.
Now I see you.
And
Okay.
Krista.
All right. And
Austin.
Shelley, I saw Shelley's name. Where is Shelley?
Where are you?
Jason. And hi, Steve.
Steve.
Hey,
How are you?
fine. How's everybody?
We're glad to see you.
I'm glad to be seen.
Good to see you,
It
Steve.
does look like Hollywood Squares. I'm dating myself, but
Ready?
Carol,
I was going to say the Brady Bunch, Carol.
oh, there you go.
Or the Muppet Show.
Except for that, we must look really young if we're at the Brady Bunch. Well, I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Do we?
About 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Kelly, why can't I see you?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Hey, Krista.
Oh, there we are. Say hey.
Oh, there you are. Aw,
Hey.
Hey.
Hi. What beautiful eyes she has. Oh, she's precious.
Say hey
oh,
to everybody. No,
Not today.
he still is from daycare, so.
Just to get revved back up again. Hey, John.
Hi, John.
This is great. I haven't had this much fun for a long time. Hi, Jody. I can't see you, but I know you're going to be there.
Yeah, I don't see her, but I guess. Krista, I see you, but I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Muted, yeah.
Come on, Krista.
What about now?
There you. Yes.
Okay, good.
Philip, you still having to help her out all the time?
Oh, he wishes.
Yeah, we're texting her so she knows how to work it.
I just tried to call you. You muted me.
Philip. So rude. So rude.
Y'all changed a bit, like Philip.
Rhonda, do you want me to start?
Are you ready? Do you want
Okay.
I get to start.
Oh, well, just as one reminder, if everyone will mute yourself, and then when you speak, unmute yourself. Just it's already probably going to be a bit of a mess, but that's okay. We all love each other, so it doesn't matter. But if you'll mute yourself and then unmute when you speak. But Dr. Haynes, I'm sorry, you go first.
No. I just get to. I'm here on borrowed time to start with, but I just wanted to get to say hello to everybody. Dr. Lefebvre would be here welcoming you and opening up, except that I poisoned her today so that she wouldn't know. I really did. But she was not feeling well today at all. So I disappointedly told her that I would be happy to take her place. No, I'm very happy to get to say hi to all of you. And thank you so much for joining in our first ever virtual pediatric dentistry alumni meeting. It's amazing that it took a pandemic for us to figure out we could do something like this and have people join. So I just want to say hello and how very, very proud I am to see all of you and know that you're doing wonderful things all over the state and other states as well. And it's very gratifying to have Dave and Steve and Mike. I'm not going to try to mention everybody because there are way too many, but this is a real thrill for me and for all of us. And I thank you for your participation. And I know we'll have people come and go, stay as long as you can, leave when you have to, speak up and let us know what's going on. And I'm going to turn it over to one of your own. Isn't it wonderful to have one of your own be the department chair? How proud we are of her and what a great job she's doing. So your turn, Tara.
Okay.
Myself.
Okay. So welcome to all of you. I think this is probably the best day I've had in a long time, just getting to see all of you. I know you're all out there, but we don't get to see each other and talk to each other nearly as much as we should. I know I text some of you more often than others, but I love all of you, and I'm so happy to get to see you, even though it is in this weird way that we've now grown accustomed to. But so first of all, I just want to welcome you and thank you for being a part of this. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us. We really want this to be an informative thing for all of you to get to hear a little bit about what's going on in the department, as well as for you guys to kind of update us on what's going on in your lives. We see some things that are going on in some of your lives right now, but now my damn dog is scratching on the door, so excuse that. But anyway, I want to quickly give a shout out to some VIPs on the call. Dave Myers, thank you for being here. If you don't know Dr. Myers, he's a former everything department chair. What else, Dave? Dean, everything, but great pediatric dentist. Excuse me 1 second. Let me get this stupid dog. Come in here, Darby. Oh, sorry. Now I have the dog, so she'll be quiet. So welcome, Dave. Thank you for being here. Steve Adair is also on the call, also a former chair, program director, everything else. I don't see if Carol has Dave logged in at all. Don't see if he has yet. I mean, not Dave, Jim. Also, we have on the line our current faculty. So for those of you who were here any time ago other than very, very recently, we now have 5 full-time faculty members. Dr. Rockman is technically part-time, but he's here 4 days a week. So we have 5 faculty members. So that's kind of amazing. So Dr. Bruce Riggs is on. Dr. Riggs, if you want to say hello in a minute, I'll give you time to do that. Dr. Cindy Hip, who most of you may know from having interviewed at MUSC. She has joined us recently, and we're thrilled to have her. Dr. Mike Milano, who has been with us a couple of years now and is currently the program director. He was assistant program director with Dr. Rockman for a year, and then he has taken over that role, and Dr. Rockman is his right-hand man. Dr. Rockman is also on the call. Have I forgotten anyone else? Of course, Dr. Haynes, you all already heard from her. But we're just thrilled to see everyone. Honestly, I want to give you a very quick update on kind of some things going on in the department, and then I want to turn it over and let each of you kind of give a shout out and tell us where you are and what you're up to. First of all, one of the things that's been going on since 2006 is that we've been able to have HRSA grants totaling over $5 million. Dr. Haynes, jump in if I'm wrong on that, but we've used that for a lot of different things, such as Boys and Girls Club. I know some of you were involved in the Boys and Girls Club when we're here, but the Augusta National has actually just gifted money to the Boys and Girls Club to build a new building, and hopefully dentistry will be part of that. I know medicine will be part of that, and we're hopeful that dentistry will be in there as well. That HRSA funds have also supported things like CHOA when we sent residents there. It also has supported teledentistry, which Dr. Rockman is still very currently involved in, or very actively involved in. It's also, we've started a new rotation right before COVID hit, where we go to Waycross down in South Georgia, almost in Florida, and we provide restorative care for the patients who actually have nowhere else to go, because there is a pediatric dentist there, but he can't do everything. She can't do everything. And so we have one of the 2, I think, in the country ambulatory surgical centers within our new dental school building now. So if you haven't seen that, that's kind of a great thing to see. It enables us to see ASA class 1 and 2 patients downstairs in the building, which helps cut down on our OR list. For those of you who are residents here, you know our list is ever growing and always long. So it's probably 9 months to a year from the time you get put on the list until the time you go. But we also are seeing patients every Friday at the Children's Hospital of Georgia. But we've now recently been given every other Thursday, so that's helpful. So we're seeing about 24 cases a month in the Children's Hospital, which is up from a lot fewer than that in years past. One of the things that has helped facilitate that is we now have 4 residents each year, so we have a total of 8 residents, and that's been a great addition. The dental school class has also grown, so they take 96 students every year, and we have 8 residents. So it's a big operation in the dental school, but it's great. What else can I tell you? I think that's really about it. I just wanted to give you a brief update before I turn it over to Dr. Rockman, who I'm sure you would much rather hear from. All of you I know love Dr. Rockman. He told me today he has dismantled his Yankees room. Blew me away. I think it's turned into something for Miss Sandy. I don't know. Dr. Rockman, you can comment on that. But you all know Dr. Rockman. He's been here about 19 years. For most of that time, he served as program director. And he is still a very vital part of our department. We really couldn't run it without him. He is, like I said, Dr. Milano's kind of right-hand man. Dr. Milano handles all of the nuts and bolts of the scheduling and all of that, but Dr. Rockman is still instrumental in supporting the didactic curriculum as well as the clinical component. And then, like I mentioned, the teledentistry component as well. So we want him to be there forever and ever. So we love Dr. Rockman, and I am going to turn it over to him. And wait 1 minute. I actually want you guys to jump in, unmute yourself. Just give us quickly. Hi, my name is John Wasden, and I'm in Statesboro, Georgia, and blah, blah, blah. So whoever wants to start, Philip, you go first.
Hey, I'm Philip Strickland. I am in Savannah and Statesboro with Krista Hinchy, who's also on the call.
How about telling us what year you finished the residency too? That'll just be kind of fun because I think we have lots of years represented. So
I finished in 13.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, this is Michael Minyard. I'm calling from Atlanta. I finished in 2019.
Thanks.
Hi, Michael.
Krista Hinchy. I work with Philip at Dogwood in Savannah and Statesboro. 2013. Great class, by the way.
Jody Davalos. I finished in 2018 and I'm now in Tallahassee, Florida.
Hey, Jody.
Hey, Krista.
My cousin.
I forgot about Morgan also.
Oh yeah, Morgan, but Morgan's not I don't think.
With her son, Michael Thompson. I finished last year in 2020, and I'm practicing in Greenville, South Carolina.
And he's getting married.
And I get married on Saturday.
Yay.
Hey everybody, Stephanie Silva. I just opened a practice in North Augusta, South Carolina.
What year, Steph?
2018, sorry.
Hey there, my name is Izat Molke. I finished dental school at Medical College of Georgia in 2005. I actually didn't do the residency over there. I did my residency at Miami Children's, and I finished in 2013. And my practice is in Villa Rica, Georgia.
It's great to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, this is Brittany Waters. Also, I'm calling from Atlanta and practicing at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and I finished in 2015.
Yay.
Hi, I'm Jim McCollum, graduated 2014. I'm in Summerville, South Carolina.
Hey, June.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, oh, sorry. This is Gina Hannafy. I'm sorry I'm in the car right now. But I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and I graduated in last May in 2020.
I'm John Wasden. I graduated in 2000, so I've been in practice in Statesboro for 21 years almost. Happy to see Philip and Krista here and other pediatric dentists to help out because I'm actually a little tired. But the most important thing to know about me is that I'm going to be a granddad in about 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsay, our daughter, is in San Antonio, so our flights have been booked and we are on standby to go with my grandchild. So.
Oh, that's great, John.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I'm Inger Berger. I was Inger Ray when I was there, and I think it was 95 when I finished. I feel so old.
And you look so much the same. You look
oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And I'm in the Woodlands, Texas.
Thank you.
I'll go. I'm Shelly Bragansky. I finished in 2017, and I work in Swanee, so a little bit outside of Atlanta. And then Psycho over here is distracting me, so it's not sorry.
I'm glad you're here with Emma here as well.
Yes, she's trying to eat green beans that I haven't heated up yet. So here we go.
I'll go next. I'm Freddie Padilla, and I work in Rome, Georgia, and I graduated in 2010.
Well, I'll say something. I'm Steve Adair, and Freddie, it's good to hear your voice. I lost track of you completely. I was on faculty there from 1990 to 2010. I've been pretty much retired since 2018. Gosh, when you told me Roy Rockman had been on the faculty for 19 years, that really aged me because it seems like just a few years ago he came and interviewed and we brought him into the faculty. John, you love being a granddad, I'll tell you that. And we got to see our two Easter Sunday, and for a few days after that, everybody vaccinated and so forth. So congratulations on that. Inger, good to see you too. And Mike, behave yourself, Mike Milano. Mike was a former resident of mine years back.
I will do that.
Thanks.
Steve, we have a nickname for him. We call him the nicest man on the planet.
For Mike Milano?
Yes.
Right. We had to keep him under lock and key. He was a troublemaker, but we managed to get him through the program somehow and get him out the door. So.
Well, maybe he's mellow.
I appreciate the effort.
And I'll quickly introduce myself. I'm Rhonda Banks. I work
for the Dental College of Georgia. In a different capacity, I work with our alumni in philanthropy. So that is my role here. I've had the great fortune of meeting a lot of you with Dr. Haynes, so I appreciate being a part of this evening.
Anyone else? Dave, do you want to say something?
Well, I really don't have a lot to say, except it's nice to welcome all of you. This is a unique thing for, I think, everybody. And I'm glad to see that Tara and the rest of the faculty have organized it and get it going. Most of you have finished the program after I was gone, so I don't really know too many of you. But anyway, I recognize a few of you. John, I recognize you, and Inger and Freddie. It's nice to see all of you and see you doing well, and we're certainly glad to have you. Look forward to your support in the future for the program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, if no one else wants to jump in, then Dr. Rockman, I will turn it over to you, sir.
Hi, everybody. It's absolutely great to hear from all of you. Dave and Steve, it's great to see you again. I don't know how I could put this. I'm still vertical with a pulse, and I'm still kind of doing my own thing. I'm doing my thing, hoping to contribute. But the thing I just wanted to express, having sit back, I'm in the class of 74, so I'm rapidly approaching almost 50, 48, 49 years of doing pediatric dentistry. And I live with you guys every single day. I have, as you probably see, but maybe you don't see behind me, I have all of your pictures that I get here from Christmas. I see Krista's baby. I just go each day, and then each year goes by, and I see Freddie right in front of me, and I just see all of you, and I watch your kids grow up each and every year. And I just feel absolutely blessed that I've even had the smallest opportunity to contribute whatever I was able to do to your education. We're overwhelmed each and every day with the successes of your practice, your contribution not only to your families and to your neighbors and to your communities. Your achievements are remarkable. We relish all of your achievements. It's been just a great, gratifying experience for me personally. At our last CODA visit, we realized that the number of you that have successfully matriculated the board certification, maybe I don't want to take anything away from Dr. Milano. We look at your scores as you rank nationally, right at the upper echelon of all the other programs in the country. And I just can't tell you how proud I am of you and the successes that you've had and your abilities. And I love you all dearly. And just keep the cards and letters coming.
Into that.
Okay, and I'll let Dr. I was given 5 minutes, and I think that's about it. So I love hearing from you. I just absolutely do. So anytime you have a few minutes, drop a line. I'm pretty good at getting back to all of you. And if you ever need us for anything, we're here for you always. Okay. Dr. Milano, it's yours.
Okay, thank you very much. I guess I do have to say it's sort of a mixed blessing following Dr. Rockman, because certainly having him here is tremendous. I've known him for years as a board examiner, but it's also a pretty big set of shoes to try to fill. And of course, I'm glad Steve Adair is on. As he mentioned, he was my program director. Dr. Haynes and I both attended that program at Eastman with him as our director. What I wanted to do is give a little bit of a snapshot as to where we are now and some things we're sort of planning for the future and what's sort of changed. I think the first thing I want to mention is if you haven't had a chance to visit the program in our new building, please, once that's allowed, come and do that. This is an amazing facility. We've got a department that has incredible faculty. We have very strong residents and an incredible staff. So certainly, I think getting a chance to visit us would be a good thing. And probably most importantly, we have Jennifer Van Cise, who can answer any question and fix any problem. So by all means, if you get to visit us, please do that. I want to give you a little bit of information about our residents and where they come from. You'll be hearing from two of them tonight. But we have residents in the current group that represent not just the Dental College of Georgia, but also Medical University of South Carolina, ECU in North Carolina, University of Alabama, and USC. In our incoming group, we also have DCG represented again, along with ECU, University of Tennessee, and University of Pennsylvania. So we've got a diverse group, which really helps strengthen the program. And I think it gives us perspective that we don't have unless we can interact with a bunch of different people. So we're very fortunate in that regard. As far as the things that we've changed recently, I think the biggest thing we've changed or have gone through was not of our doing it all. And that was what we had to deal with COVID. And of course, all of you are dealing with that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But we never closed. We continued to see emergencies the entire time. I think we're probably one of the few places on campus that did that. And so we continued to do that, but we certainly had to scale things back and had to change what we were doing and how we were doing it. Well, I think we're at a point now where we're getting very close to where we were before. We still have some issues getting certain numbers of patients in, but we certainly have gotten much better at that. And I think the biggest change we've made is adapting to that and kind of coming out the other end, at least so far. Dr. Schaefer mentioned a couple of other changes. One is our ambulatory surgical center. So we're there every week on Monday, seeing patients there. We also have added OR time, which is something when I arrived, I desperately wanted to do, and we've now been successful doing that to try to deal with our incredible list and backlog of operating room patients. So we're, I think, making some progress in that. We've also added capnography to all of our sedation rooms, so we now have capnography units there. We've changed our sedation protocols, so we're now doing intranasal as well as oral sedation. And I think probably the last thing to mention is we've made some changes to our call approach, working sort of as a team approach to give residents backup, which they've always had, but it's been more formalized now. So they always have someone to call and to be backed up with, so they're aware of that. I think what I'd like to do moving forward, I think probably the biggest thing I want to do is what we're doing at this very moment, and that's engaging all of you. I've been given the true honor to run this program, but it's not my program. It's all of your program. So it's important to me to hear from all of you, to tell me what you think, to find out ways we can help you. Please don't be surprised if you hear from me to try to find some ways you can help us. But by all means, I want this to be a two-way street. So I think engaging our alumni is something very important. And I've begun that process by emailing all of you. Not all of you do I have an active email address. We're working on that. But I'll be sending out periodic emails just to keep you up to date as to what's going on. And we'll be formalizing that into an online newsletter. So you'll get a chance not only to hear about us, but we want a chance to feature some of you, to let your classmates know what you're doing and how you're doing with your practice in your life and your family. I don't want to take a whole lot more time because I know we do have some other things we want to talk about. I have the privilege of introducing two of our residents. I'll first be introducing Dr. Bates, who will be speaking to you at the end of this discussion. Dr. Bates graduated from DCG, and she's currently one of our second-year residents. And the resident I want to introduce now, who will be speaking next, is Dr. Claire Walker. Dr. Walker is one of our first-year residents and graduated from the University of Alabama. So, Dr. Walker, if I could turn it over to you, that would be wonderful.
Thank you, Dr. Milano. Hey, everyone. I'm Claire Walker. I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I graduated from UAB, like Dr. Milano said, in May 2020. So I transitioned here during the pandemic, and that was pretty tough just because I was leaving all my friends and family. And, you know, there was a whole lot of limitations on us with the pandemic and all. But I feel like my impression during the interviews definitely parallel to the reality of the genuineness between the residents and the faculty, who all just really made me feel at home, who were really attentive to anything I could possibly need. And that's just not easy to find. And so I'm just really thankful to be here. Initially when we started, our clinic schedule was pretty slow. We did a lot more didactic style learning, and we had a good bit of downtime in the resident room. Looking back, I feel like that was very valuable because we had a lot of time to just hang out and bond with each other. And I feel like that really built the foundation that this residency is known for, which is its team-oriented approach towards clinic and towards dentistry. And so I just think, looking back, it was a big silver lining with the pandemic, just really starting out with a strong connection with one another. And then once everything started rolling as first years, I do think we've learned a lot about different restorative techniques, sedation. OR has really taught us a lot about moving a little bit quicker, and then different procedures in the emergency room and the ED when we get called there. I'm just really grateful to be learning from, people I really respect, people that are really hardworking and passionate. Our faculty members have really poured into us their knowledge and experiences as we learn what works in our hands as clinicians moving forward as future pediatric dentists like you all. And so I just feel that we've just gained a lot of insight there, and especially from our second years who have, been very patient and gracious with us. And we have big shoes to fill transitioning to that role next year. So I'm just very grateful for the camaraderie that we have, the bond that we all have with each other. And I don't really see anything better than what we currently have. So overall, I'm just really honored to be a part of this. I feel really honored to be chosen to be here, even more so than the day that I matched. I just know that the rest of my career, I have so many people to thank for what I'm learning now, that I will continue to be learning and have phone numbers that I know that I can call that will help me with anything I need in the future. And I know you all know this is a very special place, and it just warms my heart to know that you all have gone through the same experience that I'm so thankful to be a part of. And so with that, I just want to turn it over to Jennifer to end this with whatever she needs to say.
Hey everyone, I'm Jennifer Bates. I'm a second year, and like Dr. Milano said, I went to dental school here at DCG, and I truly feel like this is family to me. So just to echo what Claire said, it really is a privilege to be a part of this group, and we really do feel like a family. I feel like that was shown even more through the COVID times when there was just so many unknowns. And we were, trying to figure things out as we went. I feel like everybody really stepped up and still has honestly continued to. So I will be staying locally when I finish, and my other 3 co-residents have also signed their contracts. And so I can honestly say that I think we all feel ready to go out, that we all feel prepared. And even though we missed several months for COVID when we were, only seeing emergencies and not going to the operating room and things like that, I think that this program can really pride ourselves in being strong in our numbers and our experiences. So we had already gotten pretty close to our required OR numbers before COVID even happened. And then we have now well exceeded those. And then with sedations, at the time COVID happened, we hadn't quite gotten our numbers yet. And so as a backup, we had already started doing some cases with Dr. Milano, just in case we needed to use those for requirements. But none of the 4 of us actually needed them in the end. We all had live patient experiences, and those were really valuable. And just like Dr. Milano said, we are using the capnography now, and so that's been helpful. And truly, I don't feel like I have been rid of any experiences even through this time, just between going to the OR and then now the surgery center, which has really been a huge blessing to this program because we are able to help speed things up with our long OR wait list. I think one of the changes they mentioned is we're no longer going to CHOA, but we are still getting to see, all kinds of different patients with different syndromes, and still getting a really good experience, even working with the craniofacial team and Dr. Yu at the hospital. And so that's been a huge blessing. And we're still continuing to do different rotations. So we still go to the hospital with the hematology oncology group. And that is such a humbling experience, just going over there and seeing what these kids are going through and just getting to have the privilege to be a part of that team. So we go on Thursdays to the clinic where they're getting, worked up by Dr. Amari over there. And then the Tuesdays are with patients that are actually admitted. And so we get to go and really just get to spend time with these families. And that's been honestly one of the greatest blessings, that we've gotten to have this year. And honestly, I've just really been amazed at how we were able to make it through this year. And I'm so thankful for this team, just like Claire said, the faculty, the residents, and it's really been a blessing. So we thank you guys for joining us. And I just want to turn it back over to Dr. Schaefer and Dr. Milano for any questions.
Yeah, I think, thank you, both of you, for doing that. I appreciate it. They're both being very humble. They've done an amazing job of adapting through this. I know we've all had to adapt, but they've really had to make some changes. And like Dr. Bates said, we've had things set into place in case we weren't actually able to meet the patient requirements for sedations and OR. But fortunately that didn't happen, but all of them, to a person, have been great about just making changes, sometimes midstream. One of the things that continues to be an issue for those of you who remember is that assistants come and go and are up and down, and we're down right now. We have one out on maternity leave, and we have one who's moving to another position. So that's been tough, but every single one of these residents has been just amazing at doing anything and everything we've ever asked them to do. Things we don't even ask them to do, they're already doing. It's definitely a family, definitely a team. So I can't tell the story well enough. I'll let Dr. Rockman, but we have, or maybe Michael could tell it about we have a slogan, who's got it better than we do? Nobody. And we really do believe that. We feel like we're the best department. We're certainly the friendliest department. I think we have the best cohesiveness. We get along very well, and we don't fake that just for interviews, as Claire said. What she saw is what she got. But I just want to say how amazing it is to see all of you and to be with you all tonight. I'm going to open the floor for questions, or unless Dr. Milano, if you wanted to say anything else, but we just kind of want to know what you guys want to know from us. We're happy to answer anything we can. And if we don't know the answer, we'll find it out and get back to you.
Dr. Schaefer,
yes.
There's people I think who have joined us since we did our introductions in the beginning. So if there's anybody who hasn't already spoken up and told us who they are and where they are, we would love to hear from them.
Yes, thank you. So if you're a former resident, if you will introduce yourself, tell us where you are and when you finished the program, that would be great.
I saw Marsha Holloway call in and another phone number that didn't have a name attached to it.
Anyone?
Oh,
Marsha.
okay. Hey, Dr. Haynes, you called me out.
I didn't call you out, right? But I'm she did. I'm so glad you're here, Marsha.
I did. I was getting home, but I'm just sitting here with tears in my eyes because now I wish I'm now doing ortho, but do a lot of kids. But man, this brings back just the best of just, it's the same way it was when I was there. I feel like, and I miss it, and I would just tell the residents, just enjoy every flipping minute, of it. But it's man, it's been a long time. I graduated dental school there when it was still MCG and in another whole location. But now it's DCG and down the way. And my son's a dental student today. And I told him, I said, Dylan, I got to get home. He called me and he said, oh, you're just getting off. And I said, no, I'm trying to get on a conference call. And I really didn't want to do it driving because I have bad thing driving anyway, even though I could listen, but I'm just not very, I don't need to do anything and drive. My mind needs to be on driving. But he said, oh, I cleaned my first 10-year-old's teeth today. And I'm just like, between him doing that and being so excited, and I'm just an emotional mom, I guess, anyway, and it's been a long day, but I miss it. And I miss you, Dr. Haynes, and just the whole atmosphere there. And I see it when I get to come back with him, but you could never, ever go wrong being where any of you are right now. It's just wonderful. Just enjoy it, soak it all up, and stay in touch. I finally, in the last couple of years, have talked with Dr. Haynes some, and we went through a lot of stuff that when you talk about cohesiveness and just the camaraderie, she helped me personally more than she'll ever know. And just with non-dental stuff at all. And that was as a good person. You know, there's just good humans there, and I just couldn't say enough about any part of my experience there at all, except that it's over, and now I'm out here in the real world. But I just have enjoyed looking at. I've been scrolling through, which I don't know if that flagged me because I'm not real good at this Zoom stuff still. I'm not good at all. I don't even know if this is a Zoom meeting. I don't even know. They laugh at me when we do our team stuff, and I go, am I on Zoom? Not on Zoom. Just talk. That's all they say. And then they'll say, Marcia, are you out with the chickens? Because I do have chickens, and they'll be clucking, and I don't have my microphone off. So yeah, it's I get through it. But no, I appreciate you sending me. I guess I missed the first email, Dr. Haynes, but I really appreciate getting this. This has made a good night to a long day. So, but thank y'all.
Well, you made me cry, but then you made me laugh with the chickens and the.
Oh, I do.
So thank you.
I love them. No, it's fun. You know, I take eggs to work. People leave with orthodontic wax, rubber bands, and eggs. So there you go. We it's South Georgia, you know. And and I didn't tell anybody. I'm in Tifton, Georgia, and I'm an orthodontist now. I went back to ortho in '94 or so, and I went to Buffalo and did my ortho there, and just really thought I was going to do both of it, and kind of wished I had, but I didn't, and here I am. But there's another recent, and I don't know if she's on this call or not, but she works with Dr. Luke's on here, but she and I have done, Amanda, we've kind of backflipped. She did pedo, or did ortho first and then pedo, so she's doing pedo, and I did pedo and then ortho. And probably if I had not gone with the Indian Health Service, which I dearly loved that experience, and did a pediatric dentist, I would have stayed in pedo, but because that wasn't the real pediatric dental experience that you get in every day, and there's no sedation, no hospital at the time, and it was rough. But anyway, but Dr. Haynes, I miss all of y'all, and thanks for taking care of my son over there. Now he loves it. I keep talking to him about pedo, and today he seemed to really enjoy. He said, Mom, their teeth aren't even close together. They're really easy to clean. And I said, yeah, they are. But thank y'all for just keeping up the pride that everybody has in that school as a whole. And then I still agree that the pediatric department is the best. So thank y'all.
Thanks, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Well, look at the positives. You switched to ortho and you're still practicing and loving it. So
good point.
Yeah, it is a positive, and I do most days love it. And I tell you, I can't. There's so many times I go back on that growth and development, and that's a big advantage I feel like from the pediatric part of it, and because we did enough of it, or we were able to do it when I was at MCG or DCG now, and because we had classes together, so I kind of got a good background in it, but I appreciate it. And life is good as an orthodontist and a pediatric dentist. So.
Does anybody have a question we can answer for you, or Dr. Hip, Dr. Riggs? Would either of you like to say anything?
How's the intranasal going?
It's going good. Going well, I should say.
We've probably done a half a dozen, maybe something like that. And it seems to work pretty well. We do it for obviously limited treatment, but it seems to work pretty well.
Well, good.
Are any of you doing intranasal in practice? Maybe not.
I do. I do it for a little, like 2-year-olds usually for quick treatment, extractions, if it's the only thing I'm doing, that kind of thing.
Good.
It kind of seems to work best if they're smaller, just because from a weight standpoint, you don't have so much liquid to shoot up their nose. So the bigger they get, the more they get, and so that's a little bit harder sell. But yes, just like you mentioned, so smaller kids for quick procedures, but you definitely don't have to fight to get them to drink it, and I think that's the key. They don't love it.
I'd like to comment that, hey, this is Bruce Riggs. I'm a faculty member. It's been, I guess, around about 7 years. You can't see me right now, but I'm walking around with a mask on outside of the Dr. Lefebvre's territory out at I think it's called the Ironwood Tavern. I had to meet somebody out here, but to make a long story short, we have got a wonderful faculty. I cannot stress how fortunate we are to have Dr. Milano, who came from Houston, UNC, the list goes on. And I know his background was Dr. Steve Adair, who's on here. I was tickled to see Dr. Myers, one of his old buddies. Hang on, we got a loud truck going by. One of his old buddies, Dr. Carol Bennett, who was at WVU with him, who helped train me. Dr. Rockman is an infinite man of wisdom who every day gives me sage advice to this very moment. We talk every day. We've got now Dr. Cynthia Hipp, a Kentucky person too, like myself, that I'm very pleased to work with. And Dr. Schaefer, of course, who keeps us level and grounded. And I can't thank you all enough for everybody that's helped. I've enjoyed working with the residents since I've been here. It's been really good. It's hard to talk with this mask on, by the way. I keep eating it more than I'm talking. But I've enjoyed it, and I can't thank everyone enough. And I was tickled to see some faces. June, it's nice seeing you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Hope off is okay. And I could go on, but thanks. And you all keep the cards and letters coming to Rockman, because he fills me in and on time of the timely things that are going on in your lives, and it's kind of interesting to hear all the good scoop sometimes. So, but overall, thanks again, and please feel free to email, call. You know where we live.
Dr. Schaefer and Dr. Milano, if there's anyone on this call who wants to get involved somehow, some way, whether it be in an adjunct position or volunteer or somehow, some way, or perhaps support you philanthropically with some things that you may need, can you share with this group what some of those needs are and some of those ways that folks can get involved? That was a lot, I'm sorry.
Sure. Do you want to?
Sure. Yes, we would love to have any and all of you who would like to be involved. That's a pretty simple process. If you will just email me or call me or text me, any way you want to get in touch with me, I will put you in touch with Jennifer Van Sice, who will take it from there. There is some paperwork that has to be completed, and you do have to be vaccinated, which I assume most of you are anyway, to be adjunct faculty. But like I said, we would love to have you. We have been very fortunate to have, a good many of you come back and give back to us, and we love that. So we always like seeing you there. So if you want to be involved, as little or as much as you want to do, we're happy to have you. So just get in touch with me, and I will take it from there. And then I will let Dr. Milano speak to the wish list, so to speak.
Sure. I've been involved with Special Olympics for probably nearly 25 years. So I kind of use the Special Olympics motto, of asking people to donate their time, their talent, or their treasure. So to me, Dr. Schaefer mentioned having people come in and teach and be adjuncts. It's certainly helpful always. There are a lot of things we'd love to start doing. We'd love to get precordial stethoscopes. We'd love to update some materials, zirconia crowns, a whole series of things that I'm happy to speak to anyone about privately. But I think the big thing we're trying to do is, or I like to try to do, is to have some development, to have some foundation where individuals such as yourself, who you feel you want to make some kind of a contribution to the program, to contact us. If the contribution you want to make is to come and teach, we can do that. If it's financial, we can put you in touch with the person to do that. I think there's a lot of things that can be done. One thing I was going to ask all of you to do, and then COVID hit, and the Southern meeting, of course, suddenly became, the Southeast meeting became virtual. I was going to ask individuals to sponsor a resident, to adopt a resident. So asking a practice to go ahead and pay to have a resident attend the meeting, and maybe you get to meet them there and you go out to dinner and just to get to know you and you get to know them. Well, that didn't happen. We all attended the meeting just like we're doing this now. But I think there's a whole series of things like that that could sort of set the stage for some really great things for us and for all of us. And I think that's probably what we'd be looking at as far as a wish list goes. But by all means, any way you'd like to help or to volunteer, please let us know. And I mentioned at the beginning, this can't be a one-way thing. If you need our help, if there's something we can help you with, all you ever have to do is email me. I can't remember the last time I told someone no who's asked me for something. So by all means, please keep that in mind.
Yes, I second that. You know, please get in touch with me in any way that you can, and I will do anything I can for any of you. So you guys know that. All of us will. We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you, but we realize you're busy. And, you know, this wasn't meant to be like a give us money kind of call. We really just wanted to see all of you, but certainly we would love to have you come and visit with us, help teach these great residents. But if you are busy and can't do that, we certainly understand that. But as Dr. Milano said, you know, in the past we had a program where people could sponsor an operatory, and they gave a certain amount of money to decorate that operatory. So it could be UGA themed, or it could be, I mean, we won't do Clemson, but we will do pretty much anything else. I'm just kidding. But, you know, things like that. And like Dr. Milano mentioned, a lot of things that we would like to do, zirconia crowns and things that you guys are probably doing all day, every day. You know, it's not like we're boiling over with money. So even if that would be something that you would be interested in, you know, we're happy to talk to you about that.
I put both Dr. Schaefer and Milano, both of your emails in the chat so that everyone has your information. I'm also going to put a link to the Department of Pediatric Dentistry fund at the foundation in the event anyone wants to make a gift.
Yes, and again, that's, you know, you designate what you want it to be for. It doesn't just go into a big pot of money. So you designate what you want it for.
Yeah, this is the Pediatric Dentistry Fund specifically. So
I had a laugh with the Clemson remark. My daughter went to Clemson. So.
I know.
Well, I may get the first no here, Dr. Milano, but can you share some cases for the upcoming oral boards?
Well, I can't share content cases or anything like that, but we will be doing with the first and second years, I think it's next week, doing some case reviews like we did for the oral exam. We implemented an oral exam for the residents last year that is formatted exactly as the board exam, with the exception of the timing of it. We gave them a little bit more time to do the cases because we had to do it, of course, virtually. But by all means, Michael, if you want to take part in something like that, I'm happy to connect with you through Teams. We can run through cases. I'm happy to do that with any of you.
Well, I'll be on the beach next week, but any other week I'm there.
Well, we can do it another week. You contact me, we'll make it happen for you. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Does anybody have anything else they want to share? I'll share. I forgot to say, for those of you who know my kids, so my baby is now 17, if that makes any of you feel old. John, you already made me feel old now that Lindsay's old enough to have a baby because she's about 7 in my mind. But, you know, but mine are 17, 19, and 20. So it's, yeah, we're all getting older.
Tara, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if I'm hooked up or not. But anyway, that's amazing. I can remember when you were about 5.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for doing this. This has really been a good thing. For somebody who's been here since literally almost the beginning, I came initially here in 1970, and we started the residency. I'm not sure if it was 72 or 73 when we took the first residence. I don't remember for sure, but it's just amazing to see progress and the growth and the maturity of the program. And I really congratulate all of you for what you've done. You've done a wonderful job, and it's just, to me, it's amazing to see what's been accomplished here. So thank you for your efforts, and look forward to what you can do in the future.
Thanks, Dave. I should also say, Tara, that Dr. Bernie wanted to be on this call this evening, but he is in Chicago helping his younger son and family move and do some other things. There's some life things going on with them that he's there to help with. So he wasn't sure. He thought he had babysitting duty, and apparently he did. So, so he asked to be remembered to all of you as the dean did. And so I know he would have loved to be on this call to get to hear about your successes and what's been going on. So, so anyway, I just wanted you to know that he's here in his mind anyway, even though he's not here in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry Jim couldn't be on tonight. I was hoping he would be able to. That's just
Me too. Me too.
Hey, Dr. Schaefer, are we doing Pedo at the Beach in the fall?
I don't believe that we are this year. They are starting up some in-person CE, but I don't think Pedo at the Beach is going to be one of them this year. So
okay. All right, thank you.
But if it's possible, we will certainly get that out as soon as we can. But they are starting some courses, I know, later in the fall, but just to see how it will go in person.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So
we will have the Goldstein lecture on October 22nd. Normally that would be this coming Friday, but we have moved the entire alumni weekend to October, and so that'll be Friday, October 22nd.
Okay.
CE. So if you want to come for alumni weekend, it will be October 22nd. Goldstein begins it, and whatever else is, as many of you have, DMD classes that will also be celebrating milestones. So so that's when that's going to be. Instead of this coming weekend, it's not until October 22nd weekend. So we'd love to see some of you here then, anytime.
Okay, great, thank you.
So in your in the ambulatory surgical center in the school building, who's doing the anesthesia there? Is that dental anesthesiologist or oral surgery?
We actually have a full-time CRNA who has many years of experience, and he actually does the anesthesia, but he is backed up by oral surgery. So there's always an oral surgery resident in the room, and then there's an oral surgery attending as well. So yes, we made that very clear before we went down there that we weren't going to be the backup, because that just wasn't going to work out for us. But it really is a great, not only has it cut down on the wait time, but it just gives us the chance of getting people in, sometimes the same week, same month at least, for cases that really need to happen sooner than later, as long as they're otherwise healthy kids. So currently we are using the room once a week, and there are two ORs downstairs in the DCG, but we use it once a week, and then oral surgery is also using it. But endodontics is credentialed down there, and then I believe Dr. Milano, general practice, also credentialed down there. So there's potential for expansion into that, into that area as well.
it's allowed us to do combination cases that would take a tremendous amount of our OR time, which is very limited, down there with having all the different departments available.
Yeah, that's great. Sounds like a great setup.
How many are y'all taking down there now per day?
As far as cases go?
Yeah, for the surgery center. I know we were doing, 2 or 3, depending on.
We're back to 1 because it was the slow startup, because one of the issues is they're responsible for full deep cleaning down there after each case. There's not a whole maintenance crew that comes in. So we have not tried to book multiple cases yet. So we're doing 1 a day, each Monday down there.
Okay.
Realistically, we could do 2, I think. Yes. Realistically, we could do 2, but it's, that changed with COVID and all of the required cleaning that needed to happen, as Dr. Milano said. So I think the goal is to at least to get to 2 soon. And that might be where we hold for a while. But now with the addition of every other Thursday in the OR, that helps as well for the, for the younger kids and for the kids with medical conditions, because we're not taking anyone to the AUSC who is under 5 or anything other than ASA 1 or 2, preferably 1.
How's everyone at the hospital doing? Same anesthesiologist?
Somewhat. There's been some turnover, but somewhat the same people. June, why have you not said anything? You're a talker. You have any questions?
She's drinking wine, probably.
She probably is. She probably is. Well, I don't want to push it. Rhonda, do you have anything else?
I'm good. This is a great turnout, y'all. This is our very first Pediatric Dentistry was leading the way. We're going to try to do these with all of the different departments within the dental college. So thank y'all for doing such an amazing job and for having such a great turnout.
And please let us know. Please let us hear from you. And if you enjoyed this format and would be happy to do it again or not, let us know. So we want to meet your needs. We really do. It's been such fun for me. Thank you very much for your participation and for making it happen, Dr. Schaefer and Rhonda and Dr. Milano. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks to all of you. We're so proud of y'all. So proud to be connected with you all. I could cry too. I've already cried today about something else, but I'm not usually a crier. Dr. Haynes, don't comment. But just seeing you guys is amazing. Hearing your voices. Love seeing y'all. So keep in touch, please, and let us know what we can do for you. We mean that.
Absolutely.
Dr. Milano, I'm going to shoot you an email. I know there's probably a group of people, because I know this is a year where there's multiple classes taking the oral boards together. Maybe we could set up a little study group or whatever it is. I know our class and then the class ahead of us would be very interested.
I'd be happy to do that.
Okay.
I think one of the requirements, though, for the oral boards, that if you do it, Michael, you got to have dogs barking in the background. That is the best part of this whole meeting. I love that.
I thought you were going to say be drinking bourbon.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll arrange that.
Hey, if we didn't have some distraction, it wouldn't be pediatric dentistry, would it?
But I think the distractions remind us of our humanity. That we're not just something on a screen. So you hear a dog bark, you see a baby, it makes you feel better.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Well, I recorded this, so if y'all talk to anybody that wasn't able to make it and they would like the recording, I'm happy to shoot it to them. they can reach out to me. I'll put my my contact information in as well. And someone named Adam is joining us right now.
Don't leave yet. Adam is in the lobby. Let's see if Adam Goodwin pops his head in real quick, if we can say hi to Adam before we go. Adam, are you there?
Hold on, I gotta use the technology. Did it work?
Adam!
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
You can't see me?
Nope.
I can see him. He's floating in a hammock.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see him.
Adam, tell us where you are and what year you graduated residency.
What year was that? 2013.
Yeah.
And I'm just outside of Austin.
Ah, we see you now.
Ah.
Now that you're here, we were just wrapping up.
Okay, well, it's good to see everyone. We'll do it next year.
I'll send you the recording.
Thank you. Thanks for sticking your head in. It's great to see you.
Yeah, y'all too.
You're good. Everybody's good?
We're really good. Oh, you know what I realized?
Central Time.
Yeah.
Oops.
Hey, that's just the way I do things, right? You guys should be used to it by now.
We're just glad we got to see you at all.
Yeah, all your co-residents are nodding their heads.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Dr. Cox. Hey, Philip, how's it going?
We were the best
June?
year.
Was June here? I see June's name, but I don't see her.
You recognize her by the big red glasses. They're amazing.
June, if you say something, your picture will pop up on the screen.
June, I'm honestly kind of disappointed, honestly.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, it was good to see y'all. Sorry I tuned in late. I didn't even pick up on the time difference.
Hopefully we'll have another, and then we'll be sure and tell you about the time difference.
Yeah. Philip's like, I'm not surprised.
Adam, I'm happy to send you the recording.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Tell your family hi for us.
I will. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for the invite, Dr. Haynes.
I'm sorry?
Thanks for the invite.
I should have made myself clearer about a time, shouldn't I? I apologize for that.
I have to remember, you guys live in the future. I always forget that.
That's right.
Great seeing you guys.
Thanks again. Have a good evening.
Dr. Schaefer, can you hear me?
Hey.
I know I'm back. I sorry I have bad connection. Sorry guys. You know, I'm in the country, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm in the country. Right.
Nice.
The guy from Kenya is in the country. Yeah. Just
Funny
telling you.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
She's in Al.
Sam, you have my southern accent.
June, did you hear me say Sam is 17 now?
I know. I can't believe. I remember when we used to go up to the dean's office to beg for money.
Yeah. 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 All right.
Hi, Phyllis. Hey, Dr. Rockman. I'm sorry. Hi. I'm back.
Well, thank you all again for all being here. This has been wonderful.
Thank you for putting it all online.
You got it.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good
Bye,
night.
y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Everybody, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.